Well, good morning and happy Friday the 13th. Ooh.
Oh, I'm laughing because we have Julia on the news desk. What, do you need help? I have to call her out. But yes, happy Friday. Happy Friday the 13th. I love the little spooky thing that you just did.
But I don't really like spooky for real, but it just felt like it was part of it, you know?
Well, anyways, good morning.
I'm Taylor Johnson here with your traffic updates.
And I'm Janae Hancock here with your news updates.
All right. Well, first, before we get started, how are you feeling today, Janae? How are things going?
I'm feeling great. I got my Starbucks this morning, which, by the way, construction delayed me a little bit. There's a lot of construction going on. I know you're going to touch on that here in a bit, but by our station specifically, Taylor, there's a lot of construction. That's the reason why I'm late today. Just want to throw that out
And
there.
that construction has been going on for a while. So, you know, I had left KC about 2.5 years ago, and it was just getting started. So it's just never ending. But we try to stay optimistic about it, right? But it is kind of a pain when you're trying to just go get your coffee because it's right across the way. You know, it shouldn't take that long.
It's right there. But what else is going on this weekend? Because I know we have a lot of events that are taking place. So as far as construction is concerned, are there going to be some delays?
Oh, yes, there are going to be some. So let's take a look right now at Kansas City at this moment. And this has been just a really calm, really low-key commute this morning. As you can see on the map, it is nice and green for the most part, couple little pockets of yellow, but even through our morning newscast, there weren't really any major issues. There weren't any crashes that we caught. There weren't any major backups, just the usual ones, I-70 westbound and also I-470 westbound due to construction projects, which will soon come to an end. But as you get ready for your Friday evening, we have some things for you to keep in mind, starting with I-35. So there's a lot going on 35 over the next couple of days, starting with, actually, let's rewind that. So talking about all the things that are happening this weekend, there's a lot happening in Overland Park. So you have the art, I think there's like an art festival there. There's going to be a peace march, and then you have the farmers market. So there's going to be some closures starting tonight from 4 to 10 p.m. From Santa Fe Drive from Concert Street to 79th, and then both from Overland Park Drive to Concert as well, for those several events that are going to be happening this weekend. So keep that in mind if you're going to be in Overland Park. Now we're going to go to 35. And these are the ones that you really want to pay attention to. So this first one that we're going to talk about is a continuation of the double lane closure for those bridge deck repairs. So this is related to that backup that you got caught in, Janae, about a week or so ago, and they flipped the timing of it.
Go ahead and call me out, Taylor.
But you got caught in it because you didn't know. I don't think that anyone anticipated that sort of backup, and neither did we until we saw it happening. And so MoDOT did the work as far as making it a little bit more convenient for everyone by making it nighttime. So it's going to continue again this weekend, starting tonight at 8 p.m. And this is going to be southbound I-35 over Summit Street and West 27th. So the backups that we were seeing as a result of this was kind of near like Southwest Traffic Way, West Penn Way. So keep that in mind for if you're driving into Kansas from the city. And then also we have another one a little bit up the way on I-35. There's going to be a full northbound closure from I-35 to the I-670 interchange, and then it's going to end at westbound I-70 Broadway and 169 highway ramps. That starts tonight at 7 p.m. and it is a full closure all weekend until 6 on Monday morning. So this is going to be folks who are headed into downtown and at that 670 split. So I was on 35 North yesterday and saw one of those like digital boards with the warning about this. So they're making sure that people know. We want to make sure that you know as well.
To those,
because you just never know how it'll impact you. And then, you know, with so many things going on downtown, even at night, you know, people like to hang out Friday night and everything. If they're coming from Kansas or a more southern part of Missouri, you want to be mindful of that. So that is what we have going on so far in the traffic department.
Not too bad as far as traffic is concerned. I mean, besides construction, but things aren't too bad. I do want to go into the news side of things because, like you mentioned, Taylor, we do have a lot going on, including some protests. So I know that happened earlier this week, but if we take a look at this video, this is just national video, but protests are set to make their way to our front door this weekend. It's being called No King's Day. Demonstrations are planned in all 50 states. It's to reject Trump's policies, according to a statement by the organizers. In total, 2,000 locations are scheduled across the country for the largest single-day demonstration since Trump took office. Protests are expected in Mill Creek Park and Lee Summit and Warrensburg as well. Now, on the Kansas side, Lenexa, Overland Park, and Lawrence are some of the places with planned protests as of right now. We have everything you need to know if you head to our website, kctv5.com, including how to go about this process peacefully and lawfully as well. So again, you can head over to the KCTV5 website. You can also download the KCTV5 News app. Moving along to the next story, as preparations are underway for those protests this weekend, an appeals court is actually allowing President Donald Trump to retain control of California National Guard members for now. Now, the ruling last night paused a different decision. The legal battle comes amid anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles, still currently underway today. An appeals hearing is set for next Tuesday. Now, President Donald Trump was reacting on social media overnight. We can post that statement right here on your screen. You should see it up here shortly. The appeals court ruled last night that I can use the National Guard to keep our cities, in this case, Los Angeles, safe. If I didn't send the military into Los Angeles, the city would be burning to the ground right now. That's what the president said. He goes on to say that we saved LA. Thank you for the decision. Now, the decision on the future of Missouri sports teams is in the hands of the Royals and the Chiefs right now. Kansas City is optimistic about the Washington Square Park site for at least one of the teams, while Clay County is still hoping to get a deal done to bring at least one team up north. Okay, so we'll continue to follow this story. I know a lot has happened this week, Taylor, as far as the stadiums are concerned, but we are approaching that June 30th deadline as far as the Star Bonds in Kansas. So we'll continue to keep you all posted on that. But I do also want to talk about a fun story, something that
this has been a talker
in
the
newsroom. I
newsroom.
know, we have been talking about it all morning long. We did some research as well. We are dedicated. Okay, so we're going to go into it. Here's the tea. So it is Friday the 13th. Chipotle is offering a buy one, get one deal for fans who are, quote, tatted up like a Chipotle bag.
So I didn't realize that the Chipotle bags were supposed to be like tattoos.
Right. I'm like, where
Did
are my
know
tattoos? That? Because when I get I don't get burritos. I typically
I'm a
just
bowl
get the
girl.
bowl, but it's like it just has a C on it. So anyways, it's fine. The tattoos don't have to be permanent. The restaurant chain says those with temporary tattoos or even designs that are drawn on will be eligible for the deal. Chipotle will also be giving out temporary tattoos at 13 select locations during that 1 hour time frame. Later on today, I believe it's like 3:30 local time.
Yes.
But that's where our investigation kind of went into play, because we looked it up. I think we can I
can read it to you though. I looked on Instagram.
She's dedicated. I did.
Because we were trying to figure out, okay, is it only at 13 locations? Is it across the country? Yeah. Because I looked on the website too this morning and it had a list of 13 places. And so we're thinking that's just where it's going to be.
We got sad a little bit.
Yeah. So it's like, why would they advertise something like that for only 13 places?
Right.
So according to Chipotle's Instagram, because they've been in the comments responding to people asking questions.
Right.
They say that this is nationwide and that the flash BOGO will be happening from 3 to 4 p.m. local time, and that the 13 select locations is where you get the tattoos.
Now, we say 13 select locations. We put emphasis on that because it doesn't
They're
include
not here
locally, Kansas or Missouri. But you can still get in on those BOGO deals today.
Yes. And so I believe it's safe to say that we will, right? Because you
Girl,
have
I am
tattoos.
addicted to Chipotle, and so is my boyfriend. So I think we'll both be making a trip to Chipotle today. Yeah. But what is the time frame on the BOGO deal?
It's only an hour.
Okay.
So it's from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. local time. And the good thing about Kansas City, there are Chipotles all over the place. Yeah. So you can find one, and you don't have to have a permanent tattoo. So
I was not a Chipotle person until I moved here.
Really? I've been going to Chipotle since when they really became popular and the lines were always long. I feel like I don't get into a long Chipotle line anymore, but they used to always be long. Like Chick-fil-A.
I used to be a Qdoba person because
Qdoba's good
growing up
too.
in Denver, Colorado, it's like Qdoba, the queso is so much better. But
Yeah.
moving to Kansas City, it's like Chipotle. But anyways, I'm going to be showing off my tattoos. I have 4. So I will be
Okay.
there. Taylor's going to put her foot on the counter. And
Yes, I have one on my ankle.
here is my tattoo.
So give me the BOGO. But apparently you can like draw tattoos on yourself. You can remember like at the grocery store you would put like a quarter in the little machine and they had like little temporary tattoos. You could probably do that. So it's not exclusive.
Even if it's just like a little mark. I think they'll
it could
count
be anything. It
Oh,
just,
I love this.
maybe
this is
a
why
smiley face with like a pen. Probably don't even have to like do anything and then wipe it off as soon as you get out of there. So I do like that it's inclusive. That you don't have to have permanent ink on your body.
They're willing to work with you on Friday the 13th. I think that's amazing. Okay, so also that's happening this weekend. We have one final video for you. A lot of different events, but it is Father's Day weekend. So we don't have any photos specifically, but we do want to give a shout out to all of the fathers. Even Greg Daly, who sits right behind us, he makes fun of us all the time, specifically me. But we do want to wish him a happy Father's Day.
His first Father's Day.
This is his first Father's Day. So shout out to you, Greg. And then we also have some other amazing fathers here in the newsroom as well. And I have to shout out my own father. You know, he gets on my nerves from time to time, but love that man.
That's what dads do.
Love my pops. So yeah, just happy Father's Day weekend. We have some beautiful weather this weekend, so get out and enjoy and do whatever you want to do. I know Bill said he just wants to kind of be left alone.
He wants to be left alone.
Yeah, I get that.
Well, he also talked about how on Sunday, Father's Day, would be a good time for the dads to lean back in their recliners. I don't know why dads love recliners. I
don't know why either. My dad had like 3 of them,
and
in
they
our
won't
house.
let him go.
I don't get it. It's a man thing. It's a dad thing. But
there's a Royals game that we're going to be airing on Sunday on Father's Day, so you can kick back and watch it, or you can go.
If you can punch up our website actually, and we actually have a tab on our website where you can go and see all of the games that will be airing on KCTV5 as well as KSMO.
Look at that.
So again, all the dads out there, you can watch some free baseball this weekend. So that's something to look forward to as well.
Who doesn't want free baseball? So let's see. Yep, 1:10. They're playing the Athletics, and it's going to be on KCTV5 and KSMO.
I love it.
Right
already.
Here.
Well, again, shout out to all the fathers. Have an amazing Father's Day weekend. And then all the mothers, if you are stepping into that role, happy Father's Day to you as well.
Yes, the grandfathers, the uncles, the godfathers, the mentors too. You know, it's just so many amazing men that are just doing wonderful jobs, taking care of their kids, other people's kids, the community.
Yeah.
So we salute you all.
Love it. Awesome. Well, have an amazing Friday and an even better weekend. Have a good one, guys.